Hello and welcome to our LegalShield presentation. Thank you for taking a moment of your time to hear about a unique service. My name is Karen Sandelin. I make my home down here in Denton, Texas with my husband, Bruce. But most importantly, let's talk about what we can do for you. LegalShield is a unique service, a priceless benefit. So what is LegalShield exactly? Well, LegalShield gives you the ability to talk to an attorney on any matter without worrying about high hourly cost. Imagine how it would feel to never guess where you stood in any situation ever again in your entire life. Feels pretty good, right? See, for one flat monthly fee, you can access legal advice no matter how traumatic or trivial the issue. That's why, under the protection of LegalShield, you and your family can live your life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. Now at this point, if you're like most, you may be thinking to yourself, well, I've never used an attorney. In fact, I've never even needed to use an attorney. But here's what I've found out. There are everyday situations that access to our service could benefit you that you never ever thought of before. Have you ever signed a contract or document? Of course. The question is, have you signed a contract or document that you didn't have an attorney review? Or even worse, have you ever signed a contract or a document that you didn't even review? I've been guilty of that prior to this service myself. Have you ever been overcharged or treated unfairly? Maybe you were and didn't even know about it. Ever call customer care and found out they just don't seem to care? Ever received a traffic ticket? I bet you have. If you haven't, it's probably coming soon. Known a victim of identity theft or just been in a situation where you thought the advice of an attorney might be useful? Now let me show you how our million-plus members are utilizing their LegalShield membership. Over 2 million requests annually. And these are our top 5 reasons for our members to call our law firms. Real estate, for purchases and refinancing, foreclosures and landlord-tenant issues. Consumer financing, for collections, warranties, guarantees, and other contracts. Family law, for divorce, child support, and child custody. Estate planning, for wills, living wills, and power of attorney. Traffic issues, for moving violations and accidents. Notice there's no example up here like espionage or grand theft auto. Everyday situations that access to your LegalShield membership would benefit you. And you can see on the bottom, we give professional advice on all matters, from the trivial to the traumatic, even including pre-existing conditions. Let's talk about the benefits of your LegalShield membership and how we help when you call. See, as you can see on the top left, you get legal advice on an unlimited number of issues. What that means is you can pick up the phone and call our law firm and consult with them about anything under the sun without having to worry about the high hourly cost. Our attorneys will be saying, "How may I help you?" instead of "How may I bill you?" Now, I don't know about you, but I'm not going to law school, but I also know knowledge is power. And I love calling people that have spent years of their life studying the knowledge, so we were empowered. Our next benefit, and one of my favorites, is if your provider law firm feels that it is in your best interest to have a letter written or a phone call made on your behalf, they're going to do that. See, I found out that when a company gets a letter in the mail where the top half of the letter is all attorneys' names, it changes the dynamics of things. I had a $1,300 deposit made to a printing company. I couldn't get my product or my money back. One letter from our law firm, and a couple of days later, and I had the $1,300 check back. I sold a piece of electronics to a friend, some friend. They were dragging their feet for 3 months, not wanting to pay me for what they had bought. One call from the law firm, a few days later, bam, check was in the mail. How about that? Paid for a homeowner's insurance for years. I had a claim. They denied it. Said the damage was before I bought the house. Now that's not right. I called customer care and again found out, what? Yep, that's right. Doesn't seem to care. But the question is, who's going to pick up the phone and call a law firm to write a $300 letter over a $300 issue? But how many of those issues do people sweep under the rug every day? How many issues like that have you swept under the rug in the last year, 2 years, 5 years? How many more issues will you sweep under the rug in years to come without our membership? Now, right underneath that, as you can see, our law firm will review an unlimited number of documents or contracts up to 10 pages. So don't press hard and hope for the best ever again. Let's be like the wealthy and be sure we have our contracts and documents reviewed so we know exactly what we're putting pen to paper. We have members that have saved as little as hundreds to thousands of dollars on reviewing simple leases like cars and apartments. And if you purchase a home, be sure to have those documents looked at. And in the bottom left, as you can see, at no additional cost, our lawyers will prepare your last will, your living will, and your health care power of attorney. It's unfortunate, but the fact is 7 out of 10 Americans don't have a will. An incredible upfront value for enrolling in a membership today. Now let's move on to the top right, traffic-related issues, and one of my favorites. So the next time you get a defendable traffic ticket, fax it into our law firm to get advice and counsel on how to keep the points off your record. And God forbid the tragedy happens where someone passes away as a result of the accident. Your LegalShield membership will be there to assist you. So if you have teenage drivers or drive like one, buy this right now. And as you continue down, trial defense. See, it's not the USA, it's the SUSA. And now, with your membership, you'll have 75 hours of trial time, including pretrial time. That's included in your membership. Did you know that you are more than twice as likely to be involved in a court filing than to be hospitalized? Shocked me too, but then when you think about it, we do live in the most litigious country in the world. Let me ask you, if you were named in an audit, would you rather go by yourself or with an attorney? Yes, of course, and now with LegalShield membership, you will receive assistance in the event you are audited by the IRS. And right under that, you receive a minimum of 25% preferred member discount, above and beyond everything that's not covered under the prepaid portion of your membership. And under there, you'll receive 24 hours, 7 days a week emergency access in the event that you need an attorney on the phone right now. See, law firms are open from 9 to 5, but bad things happen from 5 to 9 and on the weekend. We all have a Miranda right, the right to remain silent and the right to an attorney. But who has an attorney to call? So what good is the right if you don't even have access to it? So whether it's wrong place, wrong time, wrong cop, wrong day, your children are trying to be taken away from you, you call an attorney. On top of all that, we give you access to all the legal forms you would ever need to print off, download, fill out, and then fax it to have the law firms review it. I know we're covering a lot, so be sure to check out your brochure with exclusions, limitations, and all the other benefits you receive with your LegalShield membership. All right, now let's switch gears. We know the average attorney is charging more than $200 an hour here in North America. And the question I want to ask you down there that you can see in orange is, if you were my attorney, how much would you charge me for these services? Instead of hourly, if I wanted to pay you once a month. How big would that check have to be? Go ahead, think about it. I'll give you a second. All right, now hold that number in your brain and let me tell you what else your membership covers. Let's take a second to talk about the fastest growing crime in North America, identity theft. Are you confident that your identity is secure? Because, see, it's not just about credit. There's medical, cyber, email, social media, renting, bankruptcy, dumpster diving, cell phones, charities, child support, government benefits, criminal utility, grants, insurance, credit cards, ID cloning, seniors, children, Social Security, mail, passport, driver's license. And that's just the top 20. Identity theft was the #1 consumer complaint category for 11 years in a row. Are you protected? We have the most comprehensive identity theft protection plan in the market. Your membership covers all the expected benefits. Credit monitoring with activity alerts, so derogatory charges, address changes, new lines of credit, anything, you'll be notified immediately. You'll also receive your credit report with score, analysis, credit report, consultation, and consultation to help prevent identity theft. But not only that, you'll get identity restoration services. See, if you find out you've become a victim, you call our 800 number and our licensed investigators and our law firms step in as you, for you, and with you to put your information back to where it was before the theft took over. See, I still think it's weird to have monitoring without restoration. That's like having a fire alarm, but the fire department doesn't come. They just call you and tell you your house is burning. That doesn't help. No, send the fire trucks and a ton of water. I need some help. I need some experts. We'll also provide fraud alerts, and for an additional $1 per month, we'll protect your children under the age of 18. Combined with our legal plan, this creates the most comprehensive protection for you. LegalShield puts the professionals to work to provide the protection you deserve. We have dedicated provider law firms that provide quality control to the highest standards, monitored by LegalShield, prepaid and ready to advise. And our identity theft shield provided by Kroll Inc., the world's leading risk consulting firm, already protecting and serving Fortune 500 clients, and now you. Prepaid and ready to advise as well. All right, now once again, if you were my attorney, and instead of charging me hourly, if I wanted to pay you once a month to have access to all the benefits that we've just discussed, how big would that check have to be? All right, are you ready for this? That's right, peace of mind for only $35.95 a month. Amazing. That's about $1 a day. That's a bottle of water, a Coke, a Snickers, and a pack of gum. And your membership covers not just you, but your spouse and dependent children. There's a $10 enrollment fee for the first-time members, and my concern, I thought I was going to be a contract hostage like a cell phone, but no, this is a month-to-month payment. You pay for it, you have it. You don't have it. It's that simple, and the one thing I can tell you after owning our membership is you'll think to yourself, how did I ever live without this? And enrollment is so simple. The person you're sitting with can help you fill out the application. The only thing you need to let them know is how would you prefer to pay? Bank draft, debit card, or credit card? You are going to love the experience of living life worry-free every day, every night, now and forever. But don't be selfish with your newfound power. Who do you know that has children, or has had their identity compromised, or self-employed, or owns a business, or needs to prepare or update a will? Who do you know that can benefit from this membership right now? See, we know that there are people in your cell phone that are kept up late because they have a situation that they don't know how to deal with, that our membership could help them with.